at home as we deal with the quarantine and the coronavirus pandemic. If you don't know who I am, my name is Daniel, and I'm the Youth Leadership Council Coordinator with DCI. The Youth Leadership Council is a health-related after-school program that we currently offer at Maureen Joy Charter School and Neal Middle School. I'm sure many of you know what DCI is, but if not, it's the Durham Children's Initiative. And what we do is just offer support to families inside and out of school throughout the Durham area. I'm coming to you today just to talk a little bit about our virtual program series for YLC and STEAM Saturdays. If you've been a part of either of those programs in the past, that's fantastic. But if not, we're going to talk a little bit about what they are and what we're going to be doing with our virtual series moving forward. But instead of you continuing to listen to me talk about it, I'm going to let a few of my colleagues talk about it so you can get to know them as well. Here's our first one. It's Dani.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Hello, everyone. If you remember me, I'm Miss Dani. And if you don't, if you're new to our channel, welcome. My name is Miss Dani and welcome to YLC Go. Like Mr. Daniel was saying, we learned a lot of different topics this last semester. And so we're gonna go ahead and cover some of those right now and just review together. One of the things we discussed together was go, grow, and glow. Does anybody remember what go, grow, and glow was all about? Does anybody remember what a go food was? What about a grow food? What about a glow food? If you remember any examples of any one of these categories, please comment below with your answer, okay? Thank y'all. Anyway, we also talked about something else called portion size, and we talked about nutrition labels together. We also played this really cool game about portion size. Does anybody remember what it was called? I think it was called portion distortion. Do you agree? If you remember the game and all the things we talked about, name it below and give us an answer what you learned about playing portion distortion. Okay, other than portion distortion and talking about portion sizes and nutrition as a whole, we also discussed some socio and emotional health topics. You remember that? Emotional health, mental health. These are very important topics to us as YLC. One of the things that we talked about was what makes a healthy and an unhealthy school community. Do you remember making a picture of your school and naming all the things that could make it a healthy school versus an unhealthy school? If you can remember right now, what would you like to see at your school to make it a healthy school? Comment below if you have any suggestions. Awesome. Someone we met together as a class was Officer Shepard. Does anyone remember Officer Shepard? Remember what Officer Shepard talked to us about? Had to do with community safety. If you remember any of the things we discussed together with Officer Shepard, please comment below. But just as a brief reminder, Officer Shepard wanted to inform us of the importance of being vigilant, aware, safe, and always saying no to drugs. So let's remember all of those things we learned from our visit with Officer Shepard. And let's go back to Mr. Daniels. He has a few more things to tell us about. Bye!
Thanks, Dani. That was awesome. Hopefully some of the things that Dani talked about you remember from the school year. But if not, that's okay. Maybe they're new to you. You've never heard them before. Either way, we're excited that you're a part of this virtual series. And we're going to talk a little bit about why we're doing this. But instead of me doing it, I'm going to let another friend of mine do it. I hope you remember her too. Her name is Isabel, and here she is.
Hey y'all, I hope you remember me, Isabel. Like Daniel said, it's important that we put out a virtual programming series for YLC and STEAM as we all deal with being quarantined. But you may be wondering why. Didn't I see enough of you all during the school year? Well, the answer to that is definitely no. You did not see enough of us. So, think for a moment how active some of you have been since schools have closed. Have you played with your friends or your siblings? Have you run around outside? What has been the activity you've done the most since being in quarantine? If you thought to yourself, I play a lot on my phone, well, that's why we decided to do this series. And because we miss you all. But really, think about how active you are during a school day. You have recess and PE, you get to run around on the playground, play games, and be active. We also wanted to do this series because sometimes people want to be active or exercise, but if they don't really know how or what to do, they won't ever really do it. So you get to look forward to seeing us each week. You'll get to be active, and hopefully you can find a sibling, parent, or anyone else that lives with you to do these routines and activities with.
Wow, thanks Iz. That was very informative. And like Isabel said, these videos aren't for you to do by yourself. Find somebody to live with and we can all do them together. Or better yet, you could take a picture or a short video of you participating in these activities and post them to the comments section of this page. Now it's almost time for us to get out of here for this week. But before we do, I need to bring one more person in just to talk a little bit just about STEAM Saturdays and the coronavirus. I don't think this person needs any introduction. I'm sure many of you know her or remember her from previous programs or summers. And here she is, Miss Rebecca.
Thanks, Daniel. Hey y'all, I think some of you out there know me, but if you don't, I'm Miss Rebecca. I'm our programming manager here at DCI. Just like Daniel said, I'm going to talk a little more about what the heck is going on in the world right now. We're all home from school. A lot of people like me are home from work. We can't see our friends or go visit our family, and it can all feel pretty strange and confusing. This is actually happening in countries around the whole world right now, and it's all to keep us safe during the spread of a virus called COVID-19, or coronavirus. A virus is like a tiny germ that makes us sick, and it can spread between people when they touch directly, like a handshake or a high five, through the air when people cough or sneeze, and on surfaces that a lot of people touch, like door handles or tables. Because this is a brand new kind of coronavirus that no doctors or scientists had ever seen before, the best way to make sure we can stay healthy right now is through social distancing, or en español, distanciamiento social. Since coronavirus can spread between people, it's best to make sure that you only come close to and touch the people that you live with and already see in your household every day. This is social distancing. You may see someone delivering your mail outside, or even one of us at your home, delivering a package. Or your family members may go to work or to the grocery store or the pharmacy. If we're in these kinds of situations where we come close to or interact with others, here are a couple easy things that we can do to protect everyone. Stay 6 feet from others whenever possible. Wear gloves. Wear a face mask or face covering. Don't touch your face. Disinfect surfaces with wipes or spray. Hand sanitizer is great, but wash your hands with soap and water as soon and as often as you can. Most of us get regular shots at the doctor called vaccines, which are like medicines that you can take to make sure you don't get sick in the future. Scientists have created vaccines for really bad sicknesses people used to get, like measles, mumps, tuberculosis, and even yellow fever. Most people in the world now will never ever get sick with these things because of vaccines. Scientists around the world are working together to complete a vaccine for coronavirus so that we will not have to worry about getting sick with it anymore. But until everyone in Durham gets better, or until scientists finish creating the new medicines that we need, you and your family, just like me and my family, should keep practicing social distancing so that you stay safe and so that everyone else in Durham and their families can stay safe too. This is the way that all of us can help make sure that the coronavirus doesn't spread and get anyone else sick. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments, and you and your family can also check out the link below to the COVID-19 page on our DCI website, which has tons of resources in English and Spanish about coronavirus and about DCI's response. Now, the great piece of news is, while we're all at home, Daniel, Dani, Isabel, and I, along with the rest of our DCI coworkers, will be creating tons of great videos and activities to keep you busy and your brains and bodies working and learning until we can see y'all again. We'll have a health video like this every Tuesday and a STEAM video every Saturday, starting this week, April 18th. So until then, bye everyone. I'll see you soon. Nos vemos.